From our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Lord
In on the Premier's State of the
now.
The RSPCA has briefly suspended its certification of Huon Aquaculture's farmed salmon while the company undergoes an investigation. It comes following confronting drone vision that appeared to show the inhumane handling of live, sick and injured fish.
This is an industry that's run for corporate profit. It's an industry that doesn't care about its workers. It doesn't care about the marine environment. It doesn't care about our coastlines.
What the RSPCA does is a matter for them, but this is a pretty challenging situation for all involved.
The suspension will remain in place for 14 days. Huon Aquaculture says it acknowledges the RSPCA's decision and is participating fully in the investigation. State Labor is calling on the government to come clean about TT Line's finances. It claims last year's review into the ferry operators' funds revealed it had been operating in breach of its debt agreement with Tascorp for more than 6 months. The Shadow Treasurer says borrowing limits were exceeded by $1 billion.
It's time for Premier Rockcliffe to update Tasmanians on where TT Line's finance review is at, whether a forward projection has been done, new business case, and whether there is going to be an increase in the loan facility.
What we have tried to be is extremely open and honest with the Tasmanian public about where we're at, how we're trying to address some of these situations.
The government says its focus is getting the Spirit of Tasmania vessels up and running. Hundreds of keen runners have hit the Kunyani Mount Wellington trails to celebrate International Women's Day. The event aiming to encourage some important, much-needed conversations while raising vital funds for our most vulnerable.
Running clubs and fitness groups from across Hobart, all pounding the pavement together for a good cause.
The whole point is just to uplift women, have big discussions about how we can help women in the community, especially in the fitness space.
Tackling the tough terrain, participants chose either an 8 or 4K run, with a shorter option for those who fancied a slower pace.
Trail running isn't overly accessible for everyone, so we want to make sure that there was an option for people to walk as well.
It was nice just being out in nature with all the women.
It was fun, but I'm pretty stuffed.
Despite it being a long weekend, organisers were impressed with the turnout.
Got just over 300 people here today.
A big part of why we come to these things today is feeling supported with a group of familiar faces to turn up to these awesome massive events and have a go.
The event encouraging participants to broach tough topics.
You know, they say 80% of men understand that there is an issue with violence against women. 45% of them have had a conversation with one or more other men about it, ever, and 43% think that there's nothing they can do about it.
While there are no medals for the winners, the event raising some much-needed funds for those who need it most.
Today we're also fundraising for the Hobart's Women's Shelter, which provides accommodation to women in desperate need, often escaping domestic violence.
We've pulled off something pretty epic, so I'm really proud and I'm certain that this will continue into 2026 and beyond.
Lily Thompson, 7 Tasmania News.
Clarence Deputy Mayor Alison Ritchie has announced she is eyeing off a political comeback, contesting the Pembroke seat in the Legislative Council. Running as an independent, the former parliamentarian says she's got plenty on her agenda.
I'm standing for a number of really important reasons, and not least of them is to protect the rights of communities to have a say in relation to development.
She will be up against incumbent MLC Luke Edmonds. The Legislative Council elections will be held on May 3. A new festival will help light up Tasmania's quiet winter season, enticing locals and tourists to venture out after dark. It's thanks to a broader industry support package aiming to appease tourism operators over delays to the new spirits.
Iconic landmarks like Wynyard's Table Cape Lighthouse lighting up the night, accompanied by soundtracks and the crisp winter air. It's just part of a new festival, Illuminate the Northwest, running from May to August.
It might be music in the caves, it might be solstice swims, so when it's 2 degrees jumping in the water. It could be long table dinners, stargazing.
Similar shows will be projected on landmarks in Queenstown, Strahan, King Island and Penguin, thanks to $400,000 from the state government.
We'll be able to buy equipment, so projections, audio. We've got an artist curating 5 individual events.
The funding is part of a $5 million package aimed at offsetting the impacts of delays in delivering the new Spirit of Tasmania ferries. Other funding recipients include the Burnie 10, Tasmanian Craft Fair and the West Coast Unconformity Festival.
We wanted to do something tangible that would drive visitation into the regions.
Events like these have track records of boosting visitation for local businesses, and in the quiet winter months, the extra support won't go astray.
You have beautiful events like that that are appealing to the public and to visitors alike, and to locals. Like, it's lovely to have the locals support, isn't it? They have a sense of ownership.
An excuse for locals to get out again and see what's happening in their backyard.
In a number of years from COVID, there's lots of new and different things to explore in our regions, including these events and this new one on the northwest. And we're saying to Tasmanians, get out, experience your own backyard this winter.
Nick Kelly, 7 Tasmania News.
Iconic vessel, the Lady Nelson, has sailed past another milestone, embarking with an all-female crew for the first time in its long history. The voyage marking International Women's Day with a celebration of seafaring Australian women.
On board to make history. The first all-female crew to sail on the historic Lady Nelson.
We're just so proud to be able to take her out under these conditions. It's fantastic.
All hands on deck for this special ship. A crew of 12 making waves down Sullivan's Cove with picture-perfect weather to celebrate International Women's Day.
The day is absolutely perfect, so Hobart's turned it on, so a wonderful experience.
The Governor, along with many influential women across business, education and the community in Tasmania, on board for the milestone, all toasting to the contributions of women throughout our community and maritime history.
Meet so many inspiring women from so many different backgrounds, so just the diversity of people that are on the boat has been really inspirational.
Young and experienced sailors celebrated today for leading the charge in women's sailing.
Marine industry is changing as society changes as well, and it's so lovely to see. It's refreshing to see.
Oh my goodness, it's such a privilege. So I'm 16, I've been sailing for 2 years on Lady Nelson.
Proving anyone can tackle the high seas.
I think there is that idea that it's a bloke's thing. There's so many women who, once they get on board, they think, oh, we can do this.
With hopes to inspire more future female sailors to get on board.
Give it a crack. Yeah, just go for it. It's just magic. It's magic.
Rebecca Gaidaneris, 7 Tasmania News.
Foodies queued while skewers sizzled as Tasmania's first dedicated barbecue festival kicked off in Hobart's Franklin Square. The 2-day Flamin' Franco's offering a feast of wood-smoked and charcoaled meats and other treats.
These guys are smoking whole Cape Grim biscuits. We've got rare breed beef, we've got burgers, we've got, goodness me, the list goes on.
It's hoped festivals such as this one continue to fire Tasmania's visitor economy.
Increasing. We've also got the cancellation of Huon Valley Midwinter Festival. So we need to continue to invent new events that will attract interstate visitors.
The event's expecting to see 10,000 festival goers. We now know which is stronger, a group of Tassie kids or a 1920s steamroller, thanks to the Sheffield Steamfest. Surprisingly, it was teamwork overpowering the 11-tonne machine, although the kids might have had some help from the driver.
It was heavy.
How are your hands? They get sore?
Yes, very sore.
Steamfest is packed with machines large and small and all kind of contraptions from yesteryear. It runs until Monday. Nothing short of a miracle will see the Tigers walk away with a win from their penultimate Shield match. With a 245-run shortfall to make up, Jake Weatherald tried to cause headaches for the Bulls, Tassie's top scorer on 71. Bo Webster, the last man standing on 64 not out, leaving Queensland with just 82 runs to catch up.
Caught a third slip, easy as you like for McDermott.
And that is the end of the innings for Riley Meredith and Tasmania.
Riley Meredith was then able to make quick work of Matt Renshaw, but the Bulls have all day tomorrow to make just 56 runs with 9 wickets in hand. Both sides need a win in this match to have a chance at playing the final.
Good evening. Hobart reached 25 today, Launceston 26, Devonport 24 and 23 at Burnie. Ouse was our state's high of 29, Strawn and Grove 27, 26 on Flinders Island, King Island, Friendly Beaches and Luncheon Hill 25, 24 on Marai Island, Lowhead 23 and 18 at Laiweni. The satellite image here shows patchy cloud about the North and Furneaux Islands, but clear skies elsewhere. Ex-tropical cyclone Alfred lies off Bribie Island and is generating thick cloud over southeastern Queensland and the northeast of New South Wales. Tomorrow, a large high-pressure system shifts to the east of Tasmania. Easterly winds 10 to 20 knots about the north, tending northeasterly elsewhere. Southwesterly spells building to 2 metres. Plenty of vitamin D tomorrow for the south of the state. Hobart 29, 31 at Richmond and 32 the top at Ouse. Partly cloudy in Launceston, 30. Similar conditions at Devonport, 25. Deloraine waking to some possible morning showers with 27 expected there. Burnie, a little cloudy, 25. Fine and sunny in Strawn, 28. Mostly sunny also at Curry with 27 the maximum. Possible showers in St Helens, 25, 28 and sunny skies in Swansea. Fine too at Whitemark with 27 degrees. Monday, morning showers developing about the south, extending to most remaining districts with possible thunderstorms about the north and east. 34 the expected top in Launceston. You might need to get your sunscreen. Showers are also likely to clear on Tuesday morning, although possible afternoon showers will fall about the Furneaux Islands. Showers and thunderstorms may also develop about the west later. And on Wednesday, showers and possible thunderstorms remain about the west, extending across the state throughout the day. To Sunday's forecast across the nation now. Heavy falls as we would expect in Brisbane tomorrow, 26. Showery also in Sydney, 28. Mostly sunny, however, in Adelaide, Melbourne and also Sydney. Sunny across the island right now, 21 in Hobart and Devonport and 24 at Launceston. Happy International Women's Day to you, Lou, and to all of our inspirational women right across the state.
Yes, I second that. Thank you for that, Kaya. That's all your news for now. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow. Enjoy your evening. Good night.